All right, fellas, you know what time it is. It's time to review my latest trade on Ethereum. And of course, like always, we're going to do a quick market update. What is going on with ETH? What is going on with our market leader, Bitcoin? We're going to jump on the bigger time frame to see what is going on, what the data is telling me. And yeah, we are not on the daily time frame right now. We are on the 1 hour time frame because there's some changes. Also inside my whale room, inside my Discord, I opened a new channel called Ethereum, because I want to focus more on Ethereum, like back in the old days. So, I mean, I'm watching the price action of Ethereum since 2017, 2018, 24/7. So I believe I have like a special connection with ETH. And as I like to say, understand your environment. One setup, one crypto pair, or let's just say one crypto coin, and that is pretty much it. I want to focus more on ETH, and I want to start trading more Ethereum more aggressively, like I used to trade. So for a few reasons. So first of all, because I'm always, guys, that I'm always looking for those explosive whatever patterns in the crypto market, especially in the altcoin market. So most of those patterns already played out and took off. And for me to jump on those trades, I don't want to do that. I jumped, I executed. I'm always aiming for 100 to 200% rallies, and that is it. I don't like to trade those altcoins, and I don't believe in those crazy moonshots. I'm always trying to secure my gains, moving my stop losses, getting stopped out, and I don't like to re-enter those trades in those let's just say, very volatile coins. Well, I'm not talking here about Solana. You can trade also Sui. Sui looks pretty decent, has like a beautiful charts. And yeah, top 20, top 10 coins. So yeah, I don't mind. But those like really risky ones, those risky biscuits, I don't like to re-enter those trades. I just executed and walking away on spot with leverage. It doesn't matter. So I want to focus more right now on ETH. And this whole video is going to be about supply and demand trading strategy, market update. Of course, what can we learn from this setup? What did we learn from the previous setup? What did I miss by trading on the 1 hour time frame? What setup did I miss? We're gonna talk about this short sell position that I didn't took this one. So yeah, no regrets actually, but I didn't knew that the Ethereum is gonna drop so hard by almost 15%, the 15% drawdown. I thought that after this breakout we can start. Of course, this whole trade was executed and I didn't open my another buy long position, and I thought that after this breakout I'm going to enjoy this rally on spot, and finally we're going to reach $4,000, and then we're going to see, I want to see how the market is going to respond on the $4,000 Ethereum. Are we going to see a massive sell-off, or we're going to pierce like through nothing from $4,000 and gonna go straight to the $5,000? Because if we not gonna pierce through $4,000, I cannot talk about higher numbers like 5, 6, or 7. So let's just jump straight into our charts without wasting anyone's time here. And yes, first of all, supply and demand. Let's just take a look at those previous trades. What did we learn from this one? When you have an entry point, a confirmation, don't jump into the trade without losing your head because you see a massive movement to the upside, this spike. Oh my god, I need to take this trade after a breakout. No, wait for some kind of retest, or try to have an edge to open that trade a little bit more early. So what is signaling you to open your trade a little bit more early, or after let's just say after a breakout? What should you do? So if you remember from my previous call out, from my previous video, I saw that after this breakout, I have from my swing lows to swing highs on the 1 hour time frame, not on the daily time frame. I like to focus on the premium zone, on the Fibonacci premium zone, not on the golden ones that I used to, because this is not a daily time frame. So I'm waiting for my entry confirmation on the premium zone, because, well, that Fibonacci called premium zone for a reason, because this is the best place where you can, with a high probability, let's just say, set up high risk to reward ratio, set up when you reach premium zone. So I didn't open after breakout and after this retest, because I have my trading plan, my trading setup was at the premium zone. It was a little bit too risky because we saw a nasty price action, the choppy one, but we broke the whole structure. This GC means not the change of character or break of structure. I like to call a game changer. So I'm just using those terms because I like it. So sue me. So we saw the game changer actually here, not here. We kept broking the whole structure, keep printing higher highs, higher lows, and we rided this bullish momentum all the way to the upside until we peaked. Actually, the final take profit target was at approximately what 3,800 and whatever. But actually, Ethereum, after we close it, we pierced through that. I thought I'm going to enjoy the rally to $4,000 on spot with my spot position. And we peaked. We didn't reach $4,000. So that was a little bit sad because we were like 2% away from the $4,000. And I like to say that the $4,000 Ethereum is the all-time highs. So, but this is just me. And of course, time over time, I'm using trend lines. I like trend lines because the more touch points we have, the more confirmation we have. Look how beautifully we broke through this descending trend, retest, premium zone, rally to the upside. Once again, we started to print a ascending trend, ascending support. After the breakout, we shift from the bullish into the bearish one, and I identify that this is the place where we have most of the supply. So this is basically was the supply zone that I was like, yeah, I posted this one. If you want, you can short it. I'm not gonna short. I'm not gonna go against my beliefs. So I'm bullish, my bias. I was in general bullish on Ethereum. Actually, I'm bullish on the whole crypto market. But yeah, I didn't take the short sell position. I didn't want to, and yeah, but no regrets. I mean, I would be like closing this position like approximately here. I wouldn't be like holding till, because there was like no signals in my book. I mean, there was like no signals whatsoever that we're gonna drop so hard. And yeah, sorry for not making the market update a little bit more earlier because yeah, I was like busy. I had stuff to do, but well, whatever. This is not my point. Let me just quickly get back to the charts. And yeah, I thought that breaking this whole structure, flipping from the mini baby bearish structure into the bullish, we're gonna finally see, and I was wrong about this. I thought we're finally gonna see $4,000 in the upcoming days. That is why I made a previous video by call your altcoin could start flying tomorrow or start pumping tomorrow. Yes, I was wrong. Once again, we retested the supply, nasty drawdown all the way to the downside. And what can we learn from this setup? That yeah, if you're placing your tight stop losses, yeah, you can scalp left and right, sell short, buy long, but I didn't want to. I don't know why. I didn't want to open my sell short position, but it doesn't matter. So that was the best entry point. After this nasty drawdown, after this on even the lower time frame, on the 5-minute time frame, nasty sell-off, even a retest, you have a second chance. Look at this one, looks like an ice cream or whatever. Another drawdown to this demand zone. That was beautiful. One setup, one trading pair, one crypto coin. Understand your environment, and that is pretty much it. That is what I'm gonna try to play the game in the crypto market right now, to trade more aggressively Ethereum, because yeah, well, you get what I'm saying. So yeah, and actually the second one, when I saw this, that was the best entry point if you wanted to start. So I mean, opening your so short position, but whatever. This is not my point. After this nasty drawdown, I told you guys in my Discord that 15 to 20% drawdown, let's just say negative 15 to 20% drawdown, is acceptable to me. After seeing this insane rally to the upside, 20% is nothing. So after we saw almost 15% drawdown, and I told you fellas that I'm seeing a beautiful support zone at the bottom here at $3,400, 3.4, let's just say 3.4K. I saw that we have a lot of support here. Actually started to bounce here, but then I identified that we printed this beautiful descending trend that act as a resistance, and I thought maybe I'm gonna play a little bit more safer here because I thought I need to open my buy long position from here. I'm gonna wait for some kind of breakout. If I'm gonna miss this one, you see, I don't care. If I'm gonna miss this rally to the upside, I have plenty of Ethereum coins on spot, so I'm gonna enjoy this rally on spot, so who cares? So I'm playing and I'm feeling extremely confident. If I miss, I miss, who cares? So yeah, I thought I'm gonna wait for some kind of breakout. Didn't happen. The price went, I mean, into a even nastier drawdown by what is like 3.4, 3.3-ish K. And we started to bounce from here. When I saw the bounce, of course, those levels were not that accurate. I do understand, and I got that we have a plenty of buy power here. After saw and identified that there's like a buying power, I saw the impulse movement that that was like actually pretty bullish. And after this nasty drawdown, I thought that the price needs to start retesting somewhere at some kind of supply. We need to start retesting supply, and maybe we're gonna start rejecting once again, like we see right now. That's what happened. After the breakout, here's what happened. Plenty of support here. After the breakout, plenty of support. And we printed a potential that was, at that moment, that was like a potential inverse head and shoulders pattern with a, not that perfect, but yeah, we see at some point a neckline that could be broken. I didn't want to see that breakout because I saw that the market conditions after those plenty of like bearish news that we have plenty of red days last week. And I thought that right now we can see some kind of relief. And after this breakout, we retested this key level. You can call it a demand or whatever, and demand support. And from this low, from my lower time frame, I saw that the premium zone sits at approximately those levels. I enter my buy long position. I place my stop losses tight, and enjoy. Of course, this phase was a little bit stressful. I thought maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, whatever. Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. But after piercing through that neckline, I was like, oh my God. I mean, we printed another gap, another demand impulse movement, another retest, rally to the upside, another massive demand. I didn't open a buy long position because I completely closed my position. I mean, probably you in my whale room, you probably close your position fully as well. So congratulations for those who took it. But once again, I didn't want to open my buy long position once again from here because the gap was a little bit wider. So yeah, I was like, I don't care because the setup was not that looking juicy. Of course, we can print that bullish momentum, but I didn't want to. I closed my position, I executed this trade, whatever. Every single pivot point here represent a massive supply zone that could be your potential take profit targets. So enjoy, fellas. That was, yeah, and we actually got rejected from our completely swing low highs to our lows. What do we have? A premium zone. So every single time on the lower time frame, I'm using premium zone on the daily time frame because every single time in the comment section you were like, oh my God, what is going on with the golden zone? Golden zone is not important. You need to understand your environment and when to use it, when to start adapting and reacting at those situations when you're using a specific Fibonacci level. For example, on the daily time frame, maybe the golden zone works better than the premium zone because you need to see a nastier drawdown on the daily time frame. So you have to understand your environment. I need to make a separate video about this all premium zone versus golden zone, but whatever. And yeah, we executed finally. So what is next for Ethereum? Looking on the daily time frame, let's just jump on the daily time frame. Let's just do a quick market update. If we're gonna get rejected from here, I see that we're printing this, let's just say, inverse head and shoulders pattern. I mean, not inverse head and shoulders pattern. So I told you in my Discord, and actually somewhere I mentioned this as well, to see a full drawdown till this ascending support that was our resistance at once, and in total negative 20% on Ethereum, that would be acceptable. I mean, that would be nice. And yeah, so this is my bearish scenario, and this is my worst case of scenario when we see a plenty of support at this impulse movement and this ascending trend line. Everything is synced, everything is perfectly aligned at approximately 3.1, 3.2, maybe a little bit lower, 3,150 at approximately those levels. So if the bearish scenario is going to start playing out in the upcoming days, that would be normal for me. So I'm not panicking at all. And then once again, on the daily time frame, we can start printing higher lows in general because look out, zoom out. We are on the daily time frame. We're still going to print higher lows until we're going to pierce through those levels. So that would be my bullish scenario on Ethereum. And in general, yes, there's a plenty of room to see to see a lower price. So I don't mind that. If we're going to see a pullback on Ethereum, that would be wonderful because we can start building our buy long position once again. If you want, you can go short, but I'm not going to go against the coin that I'm holding most of it. So this is just not me. But of course, if I'm going to see a juicy setup based on the supply to open my potential, let's just say, short sell position, I'm definitely going to do it. But whatever, because we see that we can start scalping left and right Ethereum. But to go against my philosophy, against my belief that I'm bullish on Ethereum and I'm still trying to reach $4,000, that was just not me. Jumping on the Bitcoin daily time frame, of course, we're going to start from talking about the 4-hour time frame. I see that Bitcoin is right now forming. So yeah, back there. So pretty much it on Ethereum. So those are my biases and those are my previous, actually 2 trades in a row. We won, and actually the second one, the third one would be that sell short position. That would be awesome. 3 trades in a row. That would be, yeah, fantastic. What do we see on the Bitcoin? Bitcoin is right now still got rejected from the range highs and range lows. I mean, from the range lows, we got respect. The respect was there, and then we saw a breakdown. After this breakdown, I'm thinking that maybe we have some time to retest this whole gap and start bouncing back up from here. I need to see the Bitcoin back inside this range between what? What are the levels? Where's my mouse? That will be 115.7 and 120. Because based on the liquidity heat map, we have a plenty, of course, let me just delete that. We have a plenty of juices. I mean, plenty of data at the top, 119K, 120. We have a lot of liquidity, but maybe the Bitcoin is going to decide to reach to retest 111. So who knows? The main thing for me to remain bullish on Bitcoin is to see that we're going inside this range once again. So that will be confirmed. Accumulation, manipulation, back inside this range, retest maybe, and then distribution to the new all-time highs. So that is pretty much it. But basically, when there's a bullish scenario, there is always a bearish scenario. Looking on the daily time frame, maybe Bitcoin is just like heading to retest what is like 110, 111. That would put Bitcoin price at this level, because that was our, let's just call it a ceiling that right now could become our floor, and then printing some kind of bullish falling wedge pattern and a rally to the upside. Then we're still gonna keep that bullish momentum, higher lows, and trying to find another support here after a pullback, still printing higher lows. So that is my bullish scenario on Bitcoin. Looking on the daily time frame, we still have some room, and in total, from our completely highs to our lows, that would put Bitcoin in total like negative 10% pullback. So this is absolutely normal. This is absolutely normal. Stop panicking and be safe. And that is pretty much it. Looking on liquidity heat map, once again, Bitcoin has a lot of liquidity sitting at approximately 120. So keep an eye on those. But still, at the end of the day, charts are telling me everything that I need to know. I don't like to pay attention at that liquidity heat map. Maybe I should, maybe I wouldn't. I mean, just comment down below. Are you paying attention to that liquidity heat map? Because every single creator, every single influencer, just keeping an eye on that liquidity heat map. I don't actually really care about that liquidity heat map. And actually, every single one of you are looking on the altcoin season index. We're somewhere in the middle, but we're not in the altcoin season yet. So if we're not in the altcoin season yet, and Ethereum is at approximately 3.6, 3.7K, that is a good indicator. But when the Ethereum is going to start rallying up, this whole line is going to start pumping up. Every single altcoin is going to start shredding to the upside, and the line is going to follow alongside with the price. So we are in the middle. Maybe we're going to get rejected once again into this green or yellow zone, somewhere in between, and then another rally to the upside. Maybe we need to see some kind of pullback to punish those people who are playing with a high leverage. I have no idea. And so we are somewhere in the middle. I'm looking forward to see the spike, the similar spike that we saw back in December in 2024. I want to see that true juicy altcoin season. I'm still aiming for the $4,000 Ethereum. Everything is above that is my execution, and that is pretty much it. So looking on the Bitcoin monthly returns, every single time, or let's just say every single Q4 when we see a bull rally, that 2020, 2021, we were in the green, the following green columns. And yeah, 2016, 17, then that massive rally on 2017, 200 by 15%. So I see that if this Q4 is going to close in green, so that would mean like what? This is like our final step that we're going to take during this 4-year cycle. So that is pretty interesting. And yeah, every single time we're following during the bull rally, Q4 is always in a green. Also following by every single month, the monthly returns. After seeing those 4 months in a row, and in August right now we're seeing in red, I'm looking forward to see if we're going to close in the red or not, because on September, most of the time during the bull rally, and of course not only the bull rally, I'm just right now reading this data live, so I have no idea what to expect. But yeah, we saw the red months, whatever, the red months during the 2017 rally. September, most of the time, yeah, the red. August, that was in the green, and the previous 2020 was in a green. So I'm looking forward to for the August, is if that is our true bull rally. Are we going to see some kind of rejection, or we're going to close in a green, and maybe this September is going to follow. So that is like naked data. I have no idea what to expect, but based on the history, you can go straight in the coin glass and start to read data and start comparing every single bull rally or not. At the end of the day, charts are going to tell me what to expect. Right now, Ethereum is dropping. We're going inside that gap. Maybe on Ethereum, I can give you a call out from our completely lows from this demand to this supply. I see a probability maybe we can reach, maybe we can start reaching 3,580-ish, something like that, at approximately those levels, because this is where the demand sits at this accumulation, impulsive movement. This accumulation identified that there's like a lot of demand sits at approximately those levels. So maybe we can start seeing a bounce. Of course, we're changing the whole character, game changer from the bullish into the bearish one, and maybe we can start seeing something like that. Yeah, so that would be my take on Ethereum. I'm gonna keep an eye, but once again, when the price is gonna start dropping and we're gonna start reaching those levels, I need to see some kind of confirmation. I need to see, even on the lower time frame, that we're bouncing back up. Then I'm gonna enter a trade. And every single time when I'm saying you secure your gains, secure your gains, secure your gains, I'm trying to tell you guys, because I do understand that a lot of people who are following me playing with the 50, 100x leverage. So that is why I'm telling you to secure your gains. And yeah, so that is pretty much it. I'm waiting for some kind of pullback to open my buy long position once again. Bitcoin needs to get back inside this range between 115 and 120, so I can confirm that this setup by accumulation, manipulation, and distribution is valid. Then looking on the liquidity heat map, I'm gonna just repeat you guys that a lot of data, a lot of juices are sitting on 120. So that is why maybe, but once again, maybe we can start retesting 111, 110, who knows, with a liquidity sweeper. And yeah, we're somewhere in the middle. So we're not in the altcoin season yet. So I don't know if we can trust those altcoin season index charts or not, but we'll see. At the end of the day, we're trying for our setup to play out from the trading perspective. From the investment perspective, I'm waiting for the Ethereum $4,000. Maybe I'm stupid, maybe I'm not, maybe I'm too bullish, maybe I'm too naive, but I'm still waiting for $4,000. And every single drawdown is going to be like a dollar cost average, just a little bit more. Yeah. So that is pretty much it. Quick market update, waiting for some kind of pullback, because we see that the pullback is happening. Head and shoulders patterns right now playing out. So yeah, that sucks. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to see you in the next one. Don't be greedy. Start using a normal, like a rational leverage. Stop playing with a 100x. Well, maybe this is your strategy, but whatever. So don't be greedy. Secure your gains. Peace out.